Hi guys, Hound's Armor here, and today we're talking about my Caliburn. This is the first project that came off of my 3D printer, or rather the first major and the first Nerf project that came off my 3D printer. And it hasn't really changed much in a year and a half. You can tell, I think you can tell which parts are newer just because I've improved my print quality. So you can tell things like the grip and the lower receiver are way older than things like the foregrip and the scar barrel. But that's all, that's my personal issues of I've gotten better at 3D printing since I've had it longer. But let's just do a little overview from the top to the bottom and just show what I run on my Caliburn. Currently I've got the Captainslug suppressor scar barrel on. I keep it pretty short. I should do some more research on how to make scar barrels more effective because I'm not sure what the perfect setup for this is. So I've just got it on there. It does improve accuracy and I do like it, and I do like it aesthetically. No, it doesn't have an orange tip, but I do have a roll of orange duct tape that is in my war box for whenever I run something like this or something I've painted that doesn't have an orange tip. I always put a good wrap of duct tape around the tip just so we have that safety bit in place. I have Captain Slug's original angled foregrip design on it, and there's a whole lot of new ones out that I keep seeing and going, wow, that looks really comfortable, and I bet that feels really good in your hand. And then I picked this guy up, and I just like this one too much to replace. There's nothing wrong with it. The angle is just right for my wrist, and I do prefer a flatter grip in general, so I don't like an kind of a vertical foregrip. And this is just nice that it makes priming the K26 in here really easy. So I'm not changing that. I do have the top rail barrel shroud on it. I can't remember what it's called. And just the rod covers. The current receiver setup is the original Captain Slug one. I've gone back and forth. I think it was Mr. Heathpants designed a lower receiver for this that would let you do katana mags. And I had that on here for a while. But I've switched that out for, I think it's called the Yeet release version of Captain Slug's wild card adapter, which I really like, and I'll show you why. The reason I would use an adapter is so I can switch between half darts and full darts, right? So I need this lever, right? Well, if I was using the original adapter, or most of the adapters, the mag release is on the bottom, which would mean I'd have to reach around that one to get to it, or use my left hand, which isn't my preference. I like this because it moves it to a different location on my index finger, which isn't a big deal to move my finger from there to there, especially since that's where you want your finger to rest anyway if you're using trigger discipline, which you should because you're still flinging things through the air. So I really like it. That being said, right now I've got these, oh gosh, what are they called? I can't remember. They're 3D printed katana clones. I don't remember, but I'm replacing these with some Talon variants, but this is one of the prettier ones I have right now, so I'm using it in the video because I can. Up top I've got this cheap red dot reflex sight, again leftover from my airsoft days. I don't know the brand, I don't know anything about it besides it kind of works. And for Nerf, all you really need is kind of works. I do have a sling point up here, and that's because right now I sling this blaster from the butt plate and this one up here, and I usually have a sling point up at the front here so I can sling it from the whole width of the blaster and throw it over my back. I'm changing up some of the manual arms with this blaster right now, and I'm not really sure how I'm gonna land on it, but always keep playing with the toys. If you're bored with the way you use it, change it up. So I'm just, thinking through that. What I do know is I have a remix sear in here that gives you a shorter trigger pull and a much more comfortable trigger than this standard Caliburn one. If I haven't said it already, I don't think I have. Links to everything on this blaster from Thingiverse will be in the description below, because I know this is a big mismatch of parts, which is what's the great thing about Caliburns, is because they've been around for so long and they don't really change, but people keep making new parts for them, and so you can really customize and get what you want. So I have that set up in here, which gives it a really comfy trigger and a really short trigger pull. I think it's you have to breathe on the trigger with intention. It is beautiful. Like I said, I usually run a K26 in here, though I have been putting, I can't remember what the spring is called. I'll look it up and I'll put it right here in the video, because editing magic. But I swapped that spring in because my little brother likes running this for HVZ. He likes playing more of a sharpshooter, whereas I like playing more of a hunter. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm sorry. What else do I got? I have this grip insert here, which just makes it more comfortable. And when I printed it, I was still playing with all the features in Kira, so I threw on the fuzzy skin feature, and it's actually a really nice little texture. Just it's a little extra to have on your hand, and it does give you a little extra grip. So I haven't replaced that with a prettier print. I do have this little rubber cover that Captain Slug was giving out at FoamCon, just up there, because that's right about where the tip of my cheek rests, and it just takes the edges off of that bit of rail. On the back, I've got a much beefier butt plate and a butt spacer in because I have long arms. And this was not a blaster particularly designed for people with long arms because the back end is short. Even with this extension, I'm still about 3 inches short than what my ideal would be, but it's not that bad, especially since I got rid of the threaded rod that usually goes down here, which is nice because it lets you put on like the thumb hole stock attachment and whatnot. But I found it was kind of hitting my wrist because I have long arms, so I have to really kind of bend in. But that's fine because, well, I was able to customize it, and now it is pretty dang comfy. So yeah, that's just a quick overview of my Caliburn. If you have any suggestions, especially with the scar barrel, I don't really want to replace this one because I do like the way it looks, but the strings have broken on me twice already in games. So please, if you have any ideas about how to make that better, let me know down in the comments. If you have any suggestions for alternatives, let me know in the comments. That being said, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hoping to get some more videos out here in the next couple weeks. So, thanks so much for watching.